Hello everyone, Tom from EveryStepCalculus.com, EveryStepPhysics.com. A physics problem relating to springs. And this one is stretching the spring and then letting it go and finding the work on the spring and work on the force and different computations that you can have for your test or homework. Let's do it. Physics to get to my main menu. I'm already scrolled down to springs, but that you choose that. Certain things, like so many calculations have a subject matter, which is springs like this. And another thing would be bow and arrow and other pathetic subjects of physics. So here's springs. And it's a horizontal. You have to make sure you know that springs are either vertical or they're horizontal. You know, if they're vertical, you're going to be dealing with gravity when they bounce or when they put a mass on the end or stretch it or whatever. But horizontal, there's no gravity unless there's a coefficient of kinetic friction given, because that pulls the mass down and the friction is involved. So horizontal in this one, and what's given is mass and the coefficient for the spring and the distance stretched, x is stretched distance, because it's on the x-axis. You know, that's why they do that. And so, and of course, anytime you have a stretch, you're talking about amplitude or you're talking about a stretch. I gave you some of those hints there. I don't want to teach. I just want to pass a physics test, help you do that. Enter our mass. You have to press alpha before you enter anything in these entry lines here. Alpha is given as 2. Not working very good here in my simulator. There it is, 2.1 kilograms. I always do the conversions for you. Spring constant is alpha. Weird. Two, 6, 0, and then the distance is given as alpha 9.89, and that's centimeters, so I do that conversion for you. It turns out to be 0.099. Those tricks in physics that the professors just love to. Physics is tough enough, and then they use their tricks to fool you even more. I say it's okay. I give you a chance to change it in case it isn't. I say I'm going to choose number 1. And we go through. This one goes through angular and the frequencies and the period, if you want to have those. Restoring force. Want to see the answers again? You can do that. Yes. Go back and look at them again. Frequency, period. And when you press no, sometimes it'll go up to different answers. Mechanical energy spring, ME is the mechanical energy of the spring, and it also equals the work of the spring, and equals the kinetic energy of the mass, and it's 1/2 k times x squared equals 1.2716 joules, and the velocity of mass turns out to be this, then, with the formula, the square root of 2 times ME, the mechanical energy, or work, divided by the mass, 1.105. And the force applied is the distance times the spring constant, 25.714. And the work of the applied force, that would be the applied force times the distance, 2.5431 joules. See those answers again too if you want. Pretty neat, huh? EveryStepPhysics.com. Go to my site, buy my programs if you want to pass physics. Or you can study it for 3 weeks and one little thing. Look at the calculation we just did on springs. You're supposed to recall that in 2 seconds. I don't know how anybody passes a physics test without my programs. Hey, have a good one.